Good morning. I'm going to do, this is Prem Sever. I'm going to do a draw here. And this draw I put together, it's for Cher, that star music pop diva. And I'm using this deck here and I wanted to just show it. So if anybody's interested in know which cards I'm using, it's the language of the soul. And I found that very interesting to use it for public figures like pop stars and whatever, that subject I'm kind of exploring right now in through the cards, and I like to see the images talking to me. Now we have three major arcana, which is out of the 78 cards, it's 22 of them. And when you have that many in a small draw like this, it's karmic. It's basically, it's a very strong reading, and I picked three other cards that I'll be able to describe what I mean by that. Now, this is the future, this is the past. This is a spiritual line. This is what's happening now. And these are like two influences on each side. Or what is it that it's creating, that future, or what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing as the people. This is the card in the center. Is what we're seeing. What the public is seeing. We're seeing a very busy person. In the past, Knight of Sword is a male figure, first of all. And it has a mission, a very strong mission, very powerful mission. Sometimes it could represent also somebody who could have been a savior, like somebody who came over and to save the person that we're talking here in the subject. But I'm going to just assume that this is her in the past. And I'm going to go get that diva photo I want to show you. And where is it? There it is. Okay. You see the Cher, the last diva, the goddess of pop music. And that's a pretty cool image I've picked this morning before I took the cards to do the reading on her. I have to see an image sometimes just to kind of give me a bit of a connection. Well, there's a connection. Now, isn't that cool that the sun, that's the future. It's like, and in a way that it's the stardom, even if you go as far as reaching your goal, don't get too close to the sun because you can burn. It's an interesting, it's like a final, I would say a final journey, okay? But like you're gonna glow into success being around the sun. And that image of the diva is perfectly represented in the sun of the card. So that's really cool. All right, so now that I proved to you guys that I connect very well with these cards with my images, okay, so we're gonna start talking about the Eight of Cups. Is a person who walks away from something, feelings, emotional. It's almost like hiding your emotions or leaving them behind and taking a journey towards a mountain that is going to be like probably definite, like it's a path. That's a path you're going to take and it's going to go that way. You see, that's why this card is sort of holds this at the base. What she's taking is that new journey. There was a choice that she had to make. If you look at the Fool here, you see there's choice. You can go this way or this way. But no, she decided to go this way. She charged into life that way and kept very busy. Something kind of really was explosive. Something was very broke down, in her life and her emotions. And then that just below this, because the Ten of Cups is an ending. Something ended. Maybe that her ending is as a child. I think her mother apparently put her in an orphanage or something. So that kind of been maybe a major shock for her at a young age. So she had to, or he, charge into life and kept him busy and focus into that life purpose that she had to take. And also maybe that mentor is that person who adopted her, I think. Something like this. I just read a quick story about that and I went, oh, okay. But also I could represent here for her to succeed in the future. She had to sort of live in this illusion that she created because it's kind of like being trapped. And the reason I'm saying this is because this is not a negative card, but this is a shock. And it's also, you see that the dragon here is sort of like keeping it's just trying to destroy that tower, but it has to stay strong, but it's trying to destroy it. Now, the other three cards that I picked just to sort of continue the story, and we have the Weaver. she had to really weave a pretty good story for the world to see this star, this person, this body that she, you know, that, and in a way it's kind of like being trapped into this body. And she kept her options, he, she, or whatever, three of wands, because she had to kept all her option and just take what comes, you know. And in a way, to take this journey, the Fool is like, you sort of almost have to trust your journey, so, and focus only where you're going. And she did that, you know, like very successful because of the Sun card. And in the, what, that's the world that they see this woman, this star. But we see on each side there is something that is not negative, but it's shocking, you know, that. And but you have to keep her options, if we know what we mean. Now the past says here that, yeah, it's possible that she was a male, because that's a male figure in the past. And when I draw these cards, well, I have to kind of follow the order. This is the past, this is the present, and this is the near future, or the future, or whatever, where it's going, you know. So, well, there's the past. So that, a Knight of Sword, I mean, if I had this here, I would say, oh my geez, that she was like just a woman all the time, you know. Okay, so that's, I'm going to say yes, from this conclusion here, that I have a feeling something shocking had to happen, and she just had to focus where her purpose was. Eight of Pentacles is the card in the center, and that's what the public sees, is a very busy person. From young child, she had a purpose. And there you go. Hopefully you like that. And I'll have another draw soon. I think I'm gonna do Lee Curtis, Jimmy Lee Curtis, I think that's her. All right, thank you.